HTML, we have used one tag called as IMG tag. And with that IMG, particular IMG tag consists of several attributes. So the most and important attribute is SRC, which specifies the source of the image. That is, if we want to display some image on the web page, we need to specify the path of that particular image in your computer system. So that this IMG tag will bring that image for that, from that particular path, and it will display that particular image on the web page. Similarly, there is one more, there is few more attributes. Height is one of the attribute, and width is one of the attribute. This height and width will display the image with certain height and width on the web page. And then we have one more attribute called as align attribute. So for that align attribute, we can provide any one of the values such as left, right, top, and middle. So for that align attribute, if we provide left means the image which was inserted into the web page will be aligned at the left side of the page. So when we provide right value for the align attribute means the image which we insert into the web page will be aligned at the right side of the web page. So along with these four attributes, that is source, height, width, align, there is one more attribute called as alt attribute. So ALT stands for alternative. So that particular alternative attribute is supplied with a value, not a value, is supplied with a string. That particular string will be displayed whenever the web page cannot display the image. So in some cases, web pages cannot display the images what we have specified because of many reasons. There will be many reasons, because of the wrong path, or because of the wrong image name, or because of the no permissions, etc. In such cases, the web page cannot display the image. So in such cases, the web page will display a message which was represented with this particular alternative attribute. So this is the things what we have studied in the previous session. So we have already seen examples of how to insert images, and we have applied all the options. So for inserting images into web page, we use IMG tag. That IMG tag contains the following attributes: SRC, where we have to provide the path of the image, and then height, that specifies the height of the image on the web page, and then width attribute that specifies the width of the image on the web page, and then align attribute, which tells the web page where to put that particular image, whether to put the particular image at the left side of the page or the right side of the page. That should be given to the align attribute. And then alt attribute. This alt attribute contains one message. That message will be displayed when the web page is unable to display the image what we have mentioned. So this is the review of the last class. And in today's class, in today's session, we are going to look about the list in HTML. List. So let us move to the slide of list. One second. Still it is loading. Just a second. Yeah. So let us look at, sorry. This is the anchor tag, what we have seen in the day before session. Image tag. So this is the image tag, which we have already seen in the last session. So now let us move into the topic called as list in HTML. So when we are dealing with HTML, or when we are dealing with some other subjects, we may have some important points. So when we are writing a notes, means if there is any if the answer consists of multiple number of points, then we write those points with some serial number. For example, point number 1 will be represented with 1, and then 2 second point, and then third point, and then fourth point. Similarly, some people may represent the important points by using a star symbol or some other symbol, or some people may represent the points as A, B, C, D, likewise. So in HTML, if we want to create a list, we need to use a tag called as li, which specifies list tag. So before going to see about the tags, let us see a few more points, few points regarding the list. Let us see the first point. HTML lists are used to specify lists of information. If there is some information and that particular information was represented by multiple number of points, those points are called as list. So this list of information is provided on the web page by using a tag called as li tag. So all the lists may contain one or more list elements. So there may be one element or more than one element, and there are three different types of list. So here, these HTML lists are divided into three types. Okay, these HTML lists are used to specify a list of information. That list may contain one or more elements. It may contain one element, it may contain two elements, or it may contain n number of elements. So these lists are divided into three types in HTML. So let us look at the three types of list in HTML. So the name of the first type of list is called as ordered list, or it can also be called as numbered list. So the tag which was used to represent this type of list is OL tag, which means O means ordered, L means list. So if we want to display a list on the web page by using HTML, we have to use a tag called as li tag. Li. Under li tag, if we want to display an ordered list, we have to use a tag called as OL tag. That is the first type of list. The first type of list specifies that list may contain some numbers with some order. The list may contain numbers called as 1, 2, 3, 4, or the list may contain A, B, C, D, or the list may contain Roman numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So this type of list is called as ordered list. So this type of list is specified with a number or a capital letters or small letters or some Roman numbers. So the list which was specified with any one of these things, numbers, characters may be lowercase or uppercase or a Roman numbers, this type of list is called as ordered list. And the other name for this ordered list is numbered list. So in order to display an ordered list or a numbered list on a web page, we have to use the tag called as OL tag, which specifies ordered list. So that OL tag cannot be used directly. OL tag should be used within li tag. So remember these two things. If we want to display some list on a web page using HTML, we have to use a tag called as li tag. Under li tag, we have to specify whether we are going to use ordered list, or whether we are going to use unordered list, or whether we are going to use description list. I will show the remaining two types now. So if we want to use this ordered list, we have to use the tag OL. And this is the second type of list in HTML. So that second type of list is called as unordered list, or the other name for this unordered list is bulleted list. So why we call it as a bulleted list? In the sense, for each and every element in the list, a bullet will be inserted automatically. a round circle which was filled with black will be inserted automatically. So there will be no numbers or no characters or no Roman numbers in an order. So entire elements inside a list, inside a list, for each and every elements, there will be one bullet. So we can use different types of bullets. I will show it in the programs. And the third one, the third type of list is called as description list or definition list. So description list in the sense there may be one main list. Under the main list, we can specify some sub list, and then we can have one more main list, and under that main list, we can specify one more sub list. So this is how we can display a description list or definition list on the web page. So I will show, don't worry about these three types of list. I will show each and every type of list and how they will display on the web page by using an example soon after the completion of this theory part. So let us see the theory part. So in HTML, the lists are divided into three types. Keep these points in your mind. The lists are divided into three types: ordered list, unordered list, and description list. So the other name for ordered list is numbered list. The other name for unordered list is bulleted list. And the other name for description list is definition list. So if we want to create a list on the HTML page, we have to use li tag. Under li tag, we have to specify whether we are going to create a numbered list or a bulleted list or a definition list. So under li tag, if we want to create an ordered list, we have to use ol tag. Under li tag, if we want to create an unordered list, we have to use ul tag. Under li tag, if we want to create a description list, means we have to use dl tag. So ol specifies ordered list, ul specifies unordered list, and dl specifies description list. Okay, so let us move to the next point. First one, ordered list. It is also called as numbered list. As I said earlier, the other name for ordered list is numbered list. And this list is created by using a tag called as ol tag. I have already mentioned in the braces itself. So if we want to create an ordered list on a web page, we have to use the tag called as ol tag. So the numbering starts at 1 and it is incremented by 1 for each successive ordered list element. So the list element, so the list items start with li tag. So as I said earlier, if we want to create a list, we need to use a li tag. So under li tag, if we want to create an ordered list, we have to provide ol. So whenever we provide some ol means, so numbering will be given for each and every element. How the numbering is going to be given, each and every element will get one number. How that number comes in the sense, the first element inside the list will be given 1. The first element inside the list will be given 1, and the second, for the second element, that 1 will be incremented by 1. That means 2 will be given to the second element, 3 will be given to the third element, and so on. So we can insert any number of elements. That number of elements will be given with one number. That is, the first element will start with 1, and that 1 will be incremented by 1 for each successive ordered list element. Next one. An ordered list is used to represent the items either in numerical order format or in alphabetical order format. As I said earlier, characters in the sense it may be small letters or a base list. These are in numerical order format. So we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order to represent the elements of a list, or we can also use A, B, C, D or capital A, B, C, D in order to represent the elements of an list. Okay, so now everything is clear regarding the ordered list. So we will show the program later. Let us see the things regarding to the still ordered list is not completed. So next point, there can be different types of numbered list. Okay, let us see what are the different types of numbers we can generate on a web page. The first one is numeric numbers. Numeric numbers. That means the element inside the list will get 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then capital Roman numbers. As I said earlier, we can also create Roman numbers for our ordered list. So that is capital, that is Roman number 1, Roman number 2, Roman number 3, and so on. And then small Roman numbers. So we can use small I, small 1, 2, 3, and then we can use capital alphabet. We can use small alphabet. Right, syntax. So the syntax of using ordered list is, so OL, and the type, we have to mention the type. So if we want to have, so when we want to have a Roman number as a list, or a small Roman numbers as a list, or a 1, 2, 3 as a list, or capital A as a list, or small a as a list, so we have to specify the value for this type attribute. So if we provide capital A means, so the elements in the list will be displayed as capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. And then if we use Roman number 1 means, the elements will be displayed, first element will be displayed with Roman number 1, second element will be displayed with Roman number 2, and so on. So next one, and there is one more attribute called as start attribute. So for the start attribute, we can provide starting or reverse. I will explain this one while seeing the programs regarding this ordered list. And then under the ordered list, we have to provide the list of elements. So that particular list of elements should be assigned with this li tag. So we have to provide the name of the element between this start and end tag of li tags. Right? So this is the syntax regarding ordered list. And let us see about the unordered list. So this unordered list, the other name for this unordered list is called as bulleted list. Okay, and this will display the elements in bulleted format. So we can use unordered list where we do not need to display items in any particular order. So there are some situations. In some situations, there is no need of displaying the list by using numbers. We can display the list by using some bullets. So in such type of cases, we can use this unordered list. So the HTML language uses UL tag in order to display an unordered list, right? So these bulleted list can be of 4 types. Those 4 types are disk, circle, square, and none. So we can these 4 types specifies the bullets may be of disk shape, or the bullets may be of a circle shape, or the bullets may be in the shape of a square, or there will be no bullets. So each and every element will be represented directly as a different number of list items. So in order to we have represented OL as a in the basis. At that particular place, we have to use UL because we are dealing with the unordered list. Okay, and see the syntax. So in order to display an unordered list in the web page, we have to use the tag called as UL tag. UL. So this particular UL tag contains an attribute called as type attribute. For this type, we have to provide any one of these 3 values. That is, we have to provide disk, or we have to provide circle, or we have to provide square. So if we provide disk means, the list items will be bulleted with a list, disk type shape, or if we provide square means, the list items will be bulleted by using a square shape. So next one. So in order to create different types of list items, we use li. That li is common in ordered list or in unordered list, right? This is how we can define any number of elements under an unordered list. And next one, the third type of list It is somewhat different from the ordered list and unordered list. In ordered list, each and every element is represented with 1, 2, 3, or capital A, B, C, or Roman number 1, Roman number 2, Roman number 3, and etc. In unordered list, each and every element is represented with a square shaped bullet or a circle shaped bullet or with no bullets or a disc shaped bullet. This is quite different from the both the things. So this description list, or the other name for this description list is definition list. So it will display the elements in a definition form, which are like in the dictionary. So as we see, as we observe the dictionary, there will be one word, and the explanation of word or the meaning of the word will be given under that particular word. So if we want to display the list of elements similar to the dictionary, we can use this description list. So DL tag is used to create a description list on a web page. And then we have two tags, description term, that is DD, and then description definition, DD. So if we want to create a description list, we have to use DL tag. And if we want to create a description term, we have to use DT tag. And if we want to create description data, we have to use DD tag. Definition of the description, we have to use DD tag. So see the three things. DL, it defines description list. DT, it defines data term. I said the description term, it is data term. And then if this DD tag defines the data definition, that is, it will describe the above term, right? So I will show it in the example. Next one. Sorry for the delay. So we all know that when we are working with the programs, a class within another class is called as nested class. A function within another function is called as a nested function. Similarly, if we have a list within another list, then the type of list is called as nested list. So the next topic is table. We can see the table after seeing the example regarding the list. So let us rewind the things. Let us rewind the few more important points regarding the list. So there are three types of list: ordered, unordered, and description list. So for each and every list item, we have to use LI tag. Remember these two things, and we can work with some program regarding the list. So let us move to the edit plus. So this is the program which belongs to the last session. So now I am deleting all these, okay, all these things. Now today our title is list in HTML. So we have three types of list. So let us work with the first type of list. So the name of the first type of list is ordered list. So if we want to create an ordered list, we have to use OL tag. So OL tag is used to create an ordered list, right? So in the OL tag, you can see here, in the OL tag. So this is the syntax of the OL tag. For the OL tag, we have to provide type attribute. Let us look at this type attribute later. Let us work with the simple OL tag, OL. So under OL, I want to define some list of elements. So the list of elements should be given like this: CSC, okay, LI, and then ECE, and then triple E, and then one more list of item, mech, mech, and then we have, let us take one more list, that is civil. So this is the list of items what I want to display on a web page. So the list is completed. So I used this OL tag. It means we are ending this ordered list. So let us look at how these things will be displayed on the web page. Just save the program. This particular program is saved in the documents with the name links.html. Let us open the documents and open the program links. Yeah, here it is. Links.html. Just open the file. So you can observe the items what we have given here in the program or displayed in the form of a list, that is list, and that if you observe the default values of list are normal numeric numbers. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let us do some changes in this ordered list. Let us use an attribute called as type, and for this type I am going to provide capital A. And let us look at what happens if we provide this capital A. Save the program and then refresh the web page. So if you can observe, the entire list has been changed with A, B, C, D, E, because here we have used the type equal to A. Let us look at what happens if you use some other alphabet which is in the middle of not the starting, which is in the middle. So save this one, and refresh the web page. So it is displaying displaying the default things. It is not displaying from X. So here for type attribute, it is very important. If we provide the wrong values for the type attribute, means by default it will take the default values. The default values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we are able to provide only capital A or small a, or Roman number 1, capital Roman number 1, or small Roman number 1, or numeric 1. Other than this, we cannot provide any of the types. If we provide any other types, it will by default, it will take the numeric numbers in order to represent a list. So let us look at the Roman number 1. So save the code, and just refresh the thing. So if you observe, the order of the list has been changed to Roman number 1, Roman number 2, Roman number 3, Roman number 4, and Roman number 5. And let us look whether it works with small Roman number 1 or not. Save the code and then refresh the web page. So it has been changed to small Roman numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how we can display an ordered list, right? So next one, let us display unordered list. So unordered list. In the unordered list also, I want to display the same things. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to write all the things again. I'm just copying and pasting all these things, and I'm closing this unordered list. Okay, so let us see how this unordered list will work. Okay, okay. Save the code and then refresh the web page. So you can observe there are some circles which are filled with we cannot call them circles, we can call them as bullets. There are some bullets with each and every bullet represents one list of elements. So here in the program, we have CST, EC, EEE, MEC, and civil. So there are 5 lists of items. Those 5 So in order to create such type of unordered list, we used this UL tag. So these are the list of items. So similarly, So for this type attribute, we can provide the values such as disk. So just rewind the unordered list elements. So this is the syntax of unordered list. We have to use the UL tag. Under UL tag, we have an attribute called as type attribute. For this type attribute, can provide any of the values such as disk, circle, or square. So let us verify each and every option. That is, let us verify each and every value that can be provided to the type attribute. So let us check with the disk. So initially, if we don't provide any value, means we got the output as a bullets. So let us use the type attribute, and if we provide the disk, let us check whether how it works. Save the program and type circle. Save the program and refresh the web page. So if you observe, if we provide the disk, or if we don't provide the disk, by default black color bullets have been appeared before each and every list item. But when we changed the value, that is when we changed the value circle for the type attribute, then these list of items are bulleted with a circle. And then what happens if we use an option called as square? So let us check with this one. Save the program and run the program on the web page. If you observe, each and every list of item is bulleted with a square type of bullet. And then what happens? Let us see what happens if we use the value called as none. Save the code and then refresh the web page. So each and every list of item is represented in a separate line, but there are no bullets before the list of items. So this is how we can create an ordered list or an unordered list on a web page. Okay, now let us look at let us look at how to create a definition list. So let us rewind the points what we have studied so far in the definition list. And this is the definition list. So we use the DL tag in order to create a definition list. We use the DT tag in order to define the data term. We use the DD tag in order to define the data definition. So let us look at all these three tags and how they will work on the web page. So let us use, in order to create a definition list, we have to use the tag called as, to create a definition list, we have to use the tag called as DL tag. So under the DL tag, we have DT tag, for example, CST use the DD tag. For the DD tag, use science and engineering. Close the DL tag also. Verify how this description list will be displayed on the web page. Save the code. Observe the previous output. This is the previous program output. And now we already saved the code. Just make a click on refresh. So if you observe, there is one more list where the definition term is represented at the left, and the meaning of this definition term or the description of this term is represented to somewhat right to the data term. So here, in order to create a description list, we have to use the DL tag. In order to create a data term, we have to use the DT tag. In order to create a description, we have to use the DD tag. So let us use this. Let us use few more. Let us add some few more things to the definition description list. So change some things in. Let us write few more things here. Electronics and communication. Then IT. Information technology. And then EEE. Electrical and electronics engineering. Electrical and electronics engineering. And then ME. Mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering. So we have added a few more terms to the description list. So let us see how they will be displayed on the web page. Save the code. Just compile the code. Sorry, just make a refresh on the web page so that the changes will be applied on the web page. So you can observe that things which were represented here are the data terms. They are CSE, and ME, which are there. Those are okay. So with this, I'm going to close today's session. So I think everything is clear. So today we have worked with the topic called as a list. So the list in HTML are of three types: ordered list, unordered list, and a description list. So in ordered list, we can use normal numeric numbers, Roman numbers, capital alphabets, and small letters as in order to describe each and every element in the list. So in order to display an ordered list on a web page, we have to use the tag called as OL tag. And if we want to create an unordered list on a web page, we have to use the tag called as UL tag. And if we want to create a description list on a web page, we have to use DL tag. So with this, I'm going to close today's session. So if you have any doubts regarding today's session, you can just comment in the comment box, or you can just text me. And I very much thank you to one and all for listening and grabbing some knowledge. So in the next class, we can see how to create tables in a web page by using HTML. So I think the topics are very simple, but as I said earlier in the sessions, the previous session and in the before session, first we have seen the topic called as list. So how to create a list. Sorry, in the previous session we have seen about how to create links. So I explained the theory part, and then I showed program of creation of links, and I request each and every listener to practice at the end of everyday session. So previously we have seen how to create links, and then we have seen how to insert images into web page, and in today we have seen about how to create list in a web page by using HTML. So I request all the people to participate all these three things today itself, and I'm very thank you one and all once again.